Are you like most agents that have been recently making the statement or asking themselves the question, things like, man, I really want more listings. It'd really be good to have more listings right now in this market. What do I need to do? So that's a question that I keep hearing more and more from real estate agents, not only in the markets that I'm coaching or that I'm serving, but just real estate agents all over the country. Or they're saying things like this: I want more buyer sales, I want more income, I want more production, I want more closings, etc., more leads. I just keep hearing that, I want more blank. And then the question that follows that is, what do I need to do? So I'm going to share with you, for those that would answer, I want more listings, what do I need to do? I'm going to share with you 3 steps to generating more listing in today's market. But first off, let me just introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. My name is Greg Harrelson. I have a series or a bunch of different offices around the state of South Carolina and North Carolina. There's Central 21 offices in Myrtle Beach, Greenville, Spartanburg, Bowling Springs, Wilmington, North Carolina, Charleston, Columbia, and we're serving a lot of markets in between. So that's who I am, but that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about 3 steps, and I've got some notes here, so I'm going to refer to them, but 3 steps that you can take if you want to generate more listings. So let's just say this though. Let's start here. The most common answer that coaches are going to give you when it comes to how to generate more listings, what you need to do, is the most common answer is going to be, you need to get on the phones, grind for 3 or 4 hours a day, make a bunch of cold calls, and you're going to build your inventory. And the reality is there's truth to that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's people out there that are doing it, but it's not for everyone. So I'm going to kind of talk through the 3 steps, knowing that everyone has their own appetite for building your business. The truth is, there's multiple ways to build a listing-based business. There's multiple ways to get more listings based on your personality and how you want to build your business. So step number 1 is going to be just that. Determine how you're going to build your business. Are you going to take a more passive approach, or are you going to take a more active approach? Now, those 2 words, passive and active, have no correlation with good or bad. Passive, an example of passive would be like doing direct mails, maybe just sold postcards. That's a passive approach. Does it work? Yes, it works. Or you could take an approach of working your past clients, your centers of influence, building that database, nurturing it, sending them emails, maybe videos, and hopefully you'll get come list me calls from them. That's a passive approach. Now, passive is really defined where you do something and then you wait for people to call you. It will work, it just doesn't work maybe as fast as a more active approach. But you have to determine what these activities are going to be based on your personality and what your willingness to do is, what activities you're willing to engage in. An example of an active approach would be like calling expireds, withdrawals, for sale owners, circle prospecting, things like that, probate. There's all kinds of ways that you can prospect, which would be outbound calls. It's not for everybody. It does work. Just like passive activities, they work. Active activities work also. Typically, most coaches would tell you that active activities work a little bit faster, but we don't need to be in a rush. We need to build it based on our personalities and what we're willing to do day in and day out. In other words, be consistent about. So step number 1 is determining, are you going to take a passive approach? Are you going to take an active approach? And what are those activities? That's step number 1. Step number 2 is time blocking. Now, I'm not talking about managing our time management. I'm really sharing with you that you've got to block out time in your schedule to do those lead generation activities. No matter if they're passive or active, you got to have it in your schedule. I should be able to see in your schedule that you have a schedule with yourself. So in my schedule, it'll be 3 hours with myself. And the activities I'm engaging in is those lead generation activities that I chose in step number 1. And I'm not telling you what activities you need to choose, because here's what I know as a coach. All these activities will work. Every activity that you see out there, not every, most activities done consistently will work. Most activities done inconsistently don't work. So the common thing about what works is most activities. What's common about not working is inconsistency. So what's not working is inconsistency. Really has nothing to do with the activities. So time blocking is very critical. Block out a few hours every morning to take care of those activities and check them off the list. If you don't check them off the list in the morning, they're probably not going to get checked off the list because people are going to be competing for your time. They're going to be texting you, emailing you, calling you. You're going to have distractions galore after 10:30 a.m. every single morning, which is going to cause inconsistency in your lead generation. So step number 2 is time blocking. Step number 3 is surrounding yourself with the right people. Now, what I mean by that is we may have great people within our organizations, whatever company that you're in. But what I mean by the right people is you got to surround yourself with either a coach, a mentor, somebody that has street credibility, somebody that knows how to build a listing inventory or build a business. Again, we probably all have great leadership, great managers, great brokers, no matter what company we're with. They exist within our operation, but most of the time, those managers and leaders don't have experience in helping agents grow a business, but they do have experience in supporting one's business, maybe providing good back-end operational support, maybe some guidance on contracts and how to negotiate a certain contract, how to fill out a contract and things like that. Those are very valuable resources to have with your company. But what I'm talking about is surrounding yourself with a coach or a mentor that can help you build your business. That's important. And the other thing is, under surrounding yourself with the right people, is surrounding yourself with other agents that have done what you want to do. Maybe they're already building a great listing inventory for themselves. They're already in the process of they've already chose the activities, they're time blocked, they've surrounded themselves with people that are like-minded, want the same things that they want. You need to get in that type of group, get in that type of environment. The right group, the right environment will not look at you as a competitor. They'll look at you as an opportunity to share with you, which in turn helps them build their own business. So you want to surround yourself with a positive, like-minded group of individuals, like a mastermind, and make sure that they will share, that they're going to give information to you. You then give information back to them. That's what a great mastermind does. And you support each other on growing this business. Now, I'm not talking about joining a team. And if you're on a team, I'm not talking about leaving the team. I'm not saying you need to join a team. I'm saying that you need to find a peer group that has similar interest within you, that you do. You must find leadership that has experience in helping one grow, especially if you're talking about building a listing business for yourself. You're probably not likely too far from your next breakthrough. But I will say to you that a lot of agents are going to listen to this video and says, great, there's got to be more to it. As in, there must be some magic pill. The magic pill, I just gave you the magic pill. The magic pill is not the sexy pill that we see all over social media on how you can get to the next level without doing much work. That's not the magic pill. That's a facade. That's a fantasy that people are selling. The magic pill is be intentional about what you're looking to accomplish and the activities that you'll engage in. Schedule time with yourself so you'll be more consistent and do it every day, 5 days a week. And then surround yourself with others that are fighting the same fight. So when you're not feeling like doing it today, you do it anyways. You're doing it to support your group, even though you don't feel like doing it at that moment. Kind of like going to the gym with a buddy. You'll show up for them, but if you didn't have that buddy and that accountability, you might not show up for yourself. That's what I'm referring to. These are the magic pills that have helped me create top producers within our organization or our coaching company. So I feel blessed because I'm very fortunate to have agents that I'm helping develop their business. Just last week, one of the agents that been doing mostly buyer business, about 85% of their business was buyer controlled. They want to get into listing more listings, And just last week, after just a few months of coaching them, just last week, they took 5 listings. They're processing 5 listings to hit the market right now as we speak. Took 5 listings in 1 week, and they were really considered a buyer-focused agent for the last 3 to 4 years. They just said they wanted more inventory, and that's what I coach, and what I coach them on is exactly what I'm coaching you on right now. This was the first conversation. Now, granted, I had more conversations with them, and we developed out a strategy, but this was the first conversation I had with them. So I just wanted to share that information with you in hopes that it'll touch you in some way. Maybe it'll help you in some way. If there's anything that I can do for you, again, I'm Greg Harrelson. You can just reach out to me, and I'd love to have a call with you to see if maybe I can point you in the right direction and help you out in any way. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.